Now, a professional squash player who represented Hong Kong. At the age of 21, she has had a lot of great achievements. She won 2 gold medals and 2 silver medals in East Asian Games 2009. She was also the representative to pass the Olympic flame for the Games. Being a professional and such a successful squash player, what is the story between Annie and squash? And how can she balance her school life and a career as a squash player? We had an interview with Annie to find out more about that.
Yes, good afternoon, Annie. Thanks for coming to our interview today. So actually, we are interested in when and why did you start playing squash?
I start playing squash since I'm 12, and my first time playing squash is in my primary school.
Primary school.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I'm in P6 in the summer holiday.
So why did you start playing squash at that time?
I think it's mostly because of my brother, because he played squash before me, and he tell me that it is very interesting and quite challenging, and therefore I try to play, and then I find myself love to play squash. Yeah.
Actually, how often do you practice or how much time do you spend on training?
Usually I practice 4 times per week, and each section will be about 2 hours.
2 hours, pretty long time.
It's okay. Usually, maybe after the training session, I may leave in the court and practice myself. Yeah.
So you practice after the school or in holidays?
If it's a school holiday, then maybe sometimes have to be 2 sections, and usually I will practice after school. Yeah.
Yes. How often do you go overseas for competition?
It depends on the official competition schedule, but at least I have to go to 12 competition a year. Yeah.
12.
Yes.
So actually you have a lot of time to do sightseeing and shopping.
Usually, most competition I will just go to the hotel and then squash court. But maybe some competition between the matches I have time, then I may go to shopping. Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about your achievement?
At present, I'm quite satisfied with it, and each time when I got some medals, and I'm really proud of myself because I spent a lot of time practicing, and lastly I got recognition from others. Yeah.
So recently we heard that you have won several awards in the East Asian Games. So actually which award do you think is the most special?
I think the most special is the mixed double, the gold medal of mixed double with my brother, because it is my first time to pair with him, and in fact before the matches we pay a lot of attention to our strategy, and this one gives us a very memorable moment. Yeah.
Both you and your brothers are both sports players. So how do your parents feel about that?
They are very supportive, and they respect our decision on whether to study or playing squash. And each time I have competition held in Hong Kong, they will come and watch and support us.
Being an athlete and a student at the same time is not an easy task. How can Annie handle her school life, and how is her relationship with her classmates? Let's see more about that.
So how do you feel about Annie?
I think she is very outgoing and she is very cheerful because I think that's because she has many competitions every day, but she always loves to smile, and it seems that she doesn't have many pressure, but I think this is her time management is very well, so that she can feel very relaxed during the school life.
Sometimes you have to do projects with Annie, so how can you contact her?
Because she cannot always go to school because she may get some competitions outside, so we always contact on the internet.
So do you know more about squash now because of with her?
Yes, because before I know her, I will not pay attention to the sports, but after I knew Annie, I will pay more attention on the news about squash and know more about her recent competitions.
Oh, by the way, how do you manage the sports and study at the same time?
I think the most important is the time management, and because of playing sports already occupy most of my time, I seldom go shopping or something or watch movies, and I usually spend my time on my study besides squash. And I also really thank you for my classmates and my teachers giving me a lot of support, and always my classmate will give me their notes for me to copy and revision.
You may have many presentations at midterm, so how do you manage them?
When I go overseas, I sometimes will study in a hotel, and when we go back, I usually maybe study in a plane, because in a plane got a lot of spare time to study.
So you need to bring the notes and the books together with you?
Yeah, usually very heavy for me. Yeah.
Oh, do you often spend time with your classmates, and what will you do with them?
Not much time, but usually we will spend time together at lunchtime, and we always gossip with our school life and talking about recent news, something like that. Yeah.
Did they ask about your sports events or competition?
Yes, of course, they are quite interested in it, and they always ask me what is your result, and where you go, and what have you experienced. And I think it is quite good that I can share my experience to them.
So how do you feel about your holidays and social activities with classmates?
In fact, I did not like holidays, because usually in holidays I have to training. 2 section is really very tired, especially the summer holiday. I did not get much time to meet my friends or have some trip to my families. It's really very tired. Yeah.
So summer holiday is a nightmare to you.
Yeah.
So how about the activities with your schoolmates?
I really enjoy the activities with my schoolmates, because this can release my pressure, and it's really relaxed, and I really hope that I can spend more time with them. Then I think I will feel more happy. Yeah.
What do you want to do in the future? Will you be a full-time sports player?
Maybe it's quite depends on my graduation, and I think at first I maybe have a few years full time, and then I may try some other jobs, because the sports life for athletes is really quite limited. Therefore, I have to prepare myself for another job. Therefore, at present I will still quite focus on my studying.
Where are you heading to?
I'm going to have training.
Whether or not Annie will be a professional squash player still remains in question. What we are sure is that Annie is doing a great job as a student and a squash player. Let's wish her the best in the future. Hopefully, we can see her in the Olympic Games someday. Thanks for watching it.